Good morning. Here we are back at O'Hara and Friends Salon. Today what we're going to talk about is the different charities, the local charities that O'Hara and Friends Salon helps out with. I just want to show you guys the importance of networking. I belong to the different chambers in the area, and anytime that there's a networking event held at a restaurant or a banquet hall, VFW, if I can't go, I send my girls. And in the meantime, while we're there, we make contacts with other people that are there and we work together with them. And that's one of the ways that we help build a business. So while we were at a networking event at Jack Desmond's, a couple of my girls ran into a woman named Marnie Coyne who had a table set up, and she teaches self-defense with her product Damsel in Defense. We talked with her, and then we got her in to teach a self-defense class. Then Marnie became a client of mine, and now she's a friend of mine. And in the midst of it, I was talking to her about the different charities, and she talked to me about her husband, Steve Coyne, who has a grassroots foundation for helping the police and the firemen. So today, what we're going to do, and we're going to start doing a series of this, we're going to bring in some of the grassroots charities that O'Hara and Friends helps out. So not only will we be talking about services that get done at the salon, but we're in the products that we bring in, but we're also going to bring in the founders of our different charities. So today I'd like to introduce you to our friend Steve Coyne, and he's going to explain to you about his charity and how he got started.
Hi, my name is Steve Coyne. I'm a Chicago police officer. And back in 2012, I was asked by a friend of mine to join her in a stair climb up the Aon building in downtown Chicago. That climb supports the Children's Memorial Hospital, which is now called the Lurie Hospital. And I decided to do it, and I enjoyed it. Back then, my son was 7 years old, and he wanted to join me in another stair climb. So I started researching, and I found that there are a lot of other stair climbs just in the city of Chicago. So we did the John Hancock climb. We actually traveled out to Buffalo, New York. We did a climb there. It so happened that the Blackhawks were playing out there, so we were able to make a vacation out of it. So I just continued doing the climbs, and there's a whole network of people that do these climbs all over the country, you know, for fitness and to support charities. Each stair climb supports a different charity, whether it's American Lung Association, 9/11, police or fire, military foundations, cancer, children's hospitals. So it's a good way to stay fit and to support different charities.
So how did you get involved with all this? Like, what made you personally get involved with this?
Actually, I was just going to do that one stair climb and call it a day, but since my son showed interest in it, we started doing them, and it became addictive.
Okay, where do you do your training for this?
I go to Swallow Cliff, which is in Palos Hills, which is an old toboggan slide where they left the stairs in place. So there's 125 steps up, and then they just built a second stairwell, which is about 160 or 170 steps.
Okay, and how are some of the ways that you fundraise for your charity?
Well, what we do is, we ask for donations. That's how I used to do it, and people would donate $10 or $100 or $20, and then we formed Step Up and Give Back. We're a non-for-profit, and what we do is we support the charities that the climb represents. Plus, we give back extra. So we want to support police, fire, military, or anybody in the neighborhood that may need our assistance.
Okay, and I see that you had T-shirts made up.
Correct.
So we all have the logo, and anybody that supports Steve can get a T-shirt. Do you have any events coming up that for Step Up and Give Back?
We have a local fundraiser at Hinky Dinks, which is on 111th, just west of Kedzie. It's on September 9th, and it's going to be during the Bears-Packers opening game. And it goes from 6 to 11 throughout the entire game. It's $10, which includes food. We'll have raffle prizes, gun raffle, T-shirt sales.
Okay, and then do you have anything coming up the rest of the year?
Well, I'm doing a climb for 9/11 on September 8th in Biloxi, Mississippi, which is the 110-floor stair climb. It's a 22-story building. and we climb it 5 times to get to 110, just like the World Trade Center was. And the police and fire will do the climb in full police or fire gear. And there's also a 5K walk run included with this event.
Okay.
And yeah, I also started this for fitness aspect too, because I used to weigh 260 pounds. I'm now down to about 205, so this helps keep me in shape. And I know a lot of people have trouble exercising or getting started, but I like to inspire people that if I can do it, then anybody can do it.
Yeah, that's great. I wish I had the time and the energy to head over to Swallow Cliff. I see that you were climbing in some of this heat too. God bless you.
Right. I also go to the stair machines. Obviously you can't make it out to Swallow Cliff in the evening or in the winter time. It's kind of rough when it's that cold out. But I also quit drinking 7 years ago, so this helps keep my focus away from that too.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's great. So now you're living a healthier lifestyle and you're helping other people and bringing it to our attention. We help you guys, in fact, with all this as well. So it's all a trickle-down effect, all by starting to network, meeting one small person and blossoming from that point.
Right.
I mean, this is what I like. This is what I believe in. We need help in this area. This is why I like to stick with the different charities in this area. Steve also does another interesting thing. Tell him what you do.
I'm also a bagpiper. I bagpipe for both bands with the Chicago Police Department. I currently bagpipe on my own. We brand ourselves under the name Chicagoland Irish Bagpipers, so we can find that at chicagolandirishbagpipers.com. I bagpipe a lot of charity events for a lot of the law enforcement motorcycle clubs, a lot of military events, a lot of police functions, fire functions. And I also bagpipe the opening ceremonies at a lot of the stair climbs, especially the ones out of state where these smaller cities don't have police or fire bagpipe bands.
Okay. And now, do you have a website for your Step Up and Give Back?
I do. It's stepupgiveback.org.
All right. Well, thank you, Steve, for coming in and talking with us today
Thanks for
and
having
letting
me.
people know, what you do, and we appreciate